It took me 5 years to figure out what I'm about to teach you in 10 minutes. So don't make the same mistakes that I did. Hey, if I had to start over as a music producer, I wouldn't download 500 plugins. I also wouldn't spend all my time on YouTube finding the right tutorial, and I would definitely not copy all the big artists that I really look up to. I will do it completely different. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I would do it, step by step, if I had to start over again. First, let's talk about what I did wrong. When I started, I created infinite amount of unfinished projects. I made them, but I never finished them. I had every sample pack, MIDI pack, vocal pack, but it still sounded like shit. I thought I was doing the right thing by collecting as many preset packs and sample packs as I could, but it turns out I was just avoiding the real work. And you know, honestly, the worst part is that I actually never learned one particular synthesizer. I was just using other people's sounds instead of creating my own. So when I finally tried to make something original, it sounded like complete shit. So you don't want to be that guy, trust me. Now let's talk about something that nobody actually talks about, which is not your sound design, your kicks or stuff like that, but it's your image and your identity. So if I had to start over, I would choose an identity first. So imagine this graph. On the one side you have funny, and on the other one you have serious. And on the top you have raw, and on the bottom you have euphoric. And somewhere on that graph is where you belong. So you have to find a spot in that graph that fits your personality, but also your music. And the sooner you find that out, the faster you'll find your style. Are you the really funny guy that creates the most dark tracks possible, or are you more the serious guy with fantastic melodies and euphoric tracks? Maybe you like to experiment with funky stuff, maybe you like to experiment with dark stuff, raw stuff, euphoric stuff. You have to find a spot on that map, and everything will flow from there. All right, so now let's talk about the game plan. I would choose to focus on one DAW, one music production program. In my case, it would be FL Studio. So what you want to do is learn the shortcuts, learn the templates, basically try to train your muscle memory. And then I would also focus on one synthesizer. In this case, I would go for Serum 2 because Serum 2 is absolutely goated. You can do everything you want with it. Doesn't matter if you're producing hardstyle, rawstyle, uptempo, or hardcore. Anything is possible with Serum 2 except for instruments and cinematic stuff. I would go for Contact for that. I would also focus on finishing tracks even if they suck, just every 2 weeks. No excuses. And then with the tracks that I've created, I want to receive some feedback, and not only receive feedback, but also give feedback to other producers. Because what will happen is that you'll receive feedback from producers that have a little bit more knowledge and experience than you. And through that way, you grow as a music producer. And the best way to receive and get feedback is by joining a paid or free community. I wouldn't do it alone because it will take me 5 times longer. All right, now let's talk about the general path a music producer walks through. The first year will be mainly samples, presets, a lot of confusion, looking for the right YouTube tutorials, and probably not so much finished music. And then in year 2, you start actually finishing tracks, you're exploring your sound, still rough, but you're improving. And then in year 3, your sound actually starts to click. You're releasing your music, building fans. You actually grow as an artist. Now, here's the truth. You can actually shorten this 3-year plan into 6 months if you do it right. You have to focus on the right steps. I would open up FL Studio, I would focus on one plugin. In this case, I would focus completely on Serum 2, and I would spend a week just figuring out how to make kicks from scratch, screeches, and how to make big leads. Then I would focus on one genre, hardstyle, rawstyle, uptempo, hardcore, and I would just focus on writing 1-minute drop ideas, like 32 bars. No full tracks yet, just drops, over and over. Now, once I get the hang of it, feeling confident about making my own sound, I would force myself to actually finish a track. It doesn't really matter if it's bad, but the goal here is to finish the track. Then I would post about it, ask for feedback in a serious and driven community, and definitely not friends, because they will give you the answer that you're looking for. Or, yeah, bro, this sounds really good. Or, yeah, bro, that's a sick idea. Just ask people who actually produce. People like-minded like you. And that's how I would start from scratch. One goal, one track, get better, get faster. And just so you know, this isn't just a theory. I've seen this blueprint work. Students who couldn't finish a track now have multiple releases. And a lot of them got bookings too. Eventually, you will get very confident about your sound and things will go way smoother. This system works, and it works fast. Now let me show you something personal. This was my first setup. A cracked FL Studio, a 30 € headset, and a laptop that crashed every 5 minutes. Like I said in a previous video, you don't need the perfect gear, you just need consistency. It's not about what you have, but it's what you do with it. And that brings me to this. Inside my free lessons, I will walk you through FL Studio step by step. I've decided to release all the beginner's lessons for the Ultimate Hardstyle Producer program, so you can see if hardstyle music production or uptempo music production is something that you want to pursue. We'll start from absolutely scratch, from buying the program to eventually moving your way into the program. A step-by-step blueprint that I wish that I had when I started. Now, if you made it this far, much respect to you. Most people tap out in the first 30 seconds, so here's something extra. Instead of uploading a sample pack, I've decided to upload the full Silent One Masterclass. So through that way, you can really dive into Silent One, master it, and start creating your own sounds. So check out the link in the description. And if you're ready to stop guessing and start making music that you're proud of, then click the other link, and we will see you soon in the community.